There we go.
And
It's
we're here.
always trippy to me when it puts us on both, like, either side. Like, it shouldn't, but it's like, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
Like, it usually, at least on my screen, it'll throw me on like, over on my left,
Ah, okay.
and then you to my right.
I think is it not just whoever gets in here first goes on
I think
the
so.
right?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't
I
know
don't know.
shit.
And I don't pretend to act like I know shit. What I do know is we're gonna have an exciting coach's corner to
Oh,
end
yeah.
the entire saga, and you know
And the
what?
year, finally.
Needed it.
Yeah.
Coach, you take it away, like,
Do we wanna
let us know.
yeah, I guess we might as well just do it now.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we wanted to wait and do it during Stooge of the Week just because
Oh, we'll do it Stooge of the week. Never mind. You're right.
they are
We
related.
Yeah, we don't plan
And
these
then we
things
could
out.
give
We should. Yeah, that's
the
you know what?
full spectrum of this thing, you know?
See, if I was thinking, which
I'm
we
not
know I
talking internet.
well, I still think the one and only Ono, might be that just shows everyone how my
Yeah,
brain
it's
works,
pretty
we
yeah,
figure out how that
that was pretty
works.
electric.
Yeah, well, that's just the old ticker working there. I guess we could start with the, shitty Thursday night game, Just
Yeah,
kinda
I guess we could run that down. I mean, there wasn't much besides Saints are shit,
yeah, Spencer
and
Rattler
everyone
might
was
beat
saying,
his
"Oh,
ass.
man, they started 2-0, right? Everyone's happy." It's like they beat the hell out of the Panthers, and then they beat the hell out of the Cowboys, but everybody does that, so
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
think people kinda overestimated it a little bit,
My
clearly.
big question is, what the hell happened to Raheed Shaheed where it was literally in about an hour. It was, okay, he's questionable with a knee injury to he's on IR because he's gonna have season-ending surgery. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? Where was this?
Yeah, I don't know if the MRI just showed that, yeah, this guy's fucked, so,
Just fucked, yeah.
yeah.
Sitting on my IR at least. I hate when they just set him as out. They're like, "He
Yeah.
might go to the IR." Like, just put him on the IR.
It's
Like,
like,
let
"Bro,
me
just
let
let
me
me
have
know so I
space.
can free up the slot right here."
I'll tell you, for fantasy football purposes, man, Javonte Williams just fit the bill this week. I
Yeah,
mean, he
that
lived
was a
up
good
to
one.
what it was supposed to be. He doesn't do it every week, so you gotta, pick your battles and enjoy what you get. Is Spencer Rattler really that shit? Like, is that we're coming across here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I don't know if he's that bad, it's just, like, they're
Not
kinda
good
just
without the weapons.
decimated, really.
Yeah, Cedric
No
Wilson Jr. is
O-line, no
your lead receiver.
weapons, no like, they got nothing.
Man, and they didn't even have, like, I was expecting, maybe like a Taysom Hill master class, like,
Yeah,
just
too.
doing everything, and he's out. Yeah, Cedric Wilson Jr., isn't he from he's from Boise State. I thought he was from Louisville. Same shit. Yeah, I mean, Bub Means got 3 catches, 37 yards. That a baby son.
I think it's a good shot.
Hey, Bub.
Yeah, these guys are just terrible.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty much chalked
Okay, sure.
for the year. I think they're done.
It was a good run. It was fun while it lasted,
I think it
you
was
know?
a pretty fun 2 weeks.
It was enjoyable, and then you start thinking, you hear, "What if it's Derek Carr for MVP?" And then he plays the Chiefs and gets his shit rocked, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Never mind."
It's like, okay, we're a little too out in front of this one.
They're like, "What if Devontae reunites in New Orleans? Uh-oh." And then, no,
Yeah.
he
He's he's
you're not
happy he
going
didn't
there.
join that one. Jeez.
He might have killed Spencer Rattler if he threw the ball to him. Son, gotta get me a rock.
Yeah. I mean, there really isn't much to say about that game. I'd
Now
rather
just
talk about the
running the ball pretty good.
damn baseball at this point.
Wasn't there a good I think there was a, NCAA game I didn't check out tonight, the Boston College versus
Yeah, I think Virginia Tech beat the hell out of them.
okay. That was a fun run too
So
because we thought at
BC is
one point, like,
fully dead.
maybe this team has Kyler Murray 2.0, which they might actually, 205 for 2 touchdowns from Castellanos. But Tutton was,
Yeah,
toting the rock,
42 to
21.
21. Well, it was
21 in the 3rd,
28
damn.
zip, and then I guess they made it 21-28, and then they
Got
comeback fell short.
blown out.
Comeback fell short.
Man, it's a fun run.
Yeah,
And you know
no, it
what?
was a good ride.
We cashed out when we needed to, and that's all I
Oh,
care
we
about,
sure did.
So we'll
That
always have that Boston College squad. We'll have a special place
facts.
in our heart.
Facts. I'll never forget what they did for us.
No, I was pulling for them. Maybe they get a playoff bid. Maybe they win the ACC. Maybe they're the sleeper. And they said
No.
we're still shit.
They
Okay.
said, "No, we're actually horrible,
Yeah.
so we're gonna leave that to somebody else."
We're gonna leave that to probably Pitt at this point, or just Miami
Pitt or
actually.
SMU. One of
SMU,
there.
hey, them horses might be able
I think
to,
they're undefeated in the
That's
conference at
crazy.
least.
That's
Their
crazy.
only loss is 3 points to BYU, which at this point doesn't look half bad, you know?
Bro, how is Pitt every single year in the ACC conversation? It just pisses me off,
I
honestly.
know.
Like,
You just find a way.
yeah. And knowing them, they'll like beat SMU, so SMU has no chance. They'll have a close game against Clemson, and they'll get blown out their last game of the season at Boston College.
Mm.
Just
Yeah,
because. Just
that'll be
somehow.
how it goes, yeah.
Man, Syracuse is in the running. That's crazy. Old Orange.
Yeah, I feel like they always start off like 6-0 or 6-1.
Then the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's actually a good slate. I didn't even realize this. We get Oregon, Purdue. I mean, not that Purdue's a great team, but you want to talk about a chance for an upset.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it.
Purdue's done it before.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again, honestly.
Sure.
Those the only games on? Yeah. Well, then there was Georgia State, Marshall.
Yeah, I
Marshall
don't
took care
I
of
don't think
business.
anyone was watching that
Yeah.
one.
I
I was
sure as hell
watching the
was.
Dodgers game.
I was
Pretty
eating some homemade pasta.
pretty standard. They're kind of just slamming right now. That's all.
Yeah, 10-2. That'll
They're kind of
do.
just beating the
Yeah.
piss out of everyone. So,
That's exactly what I wanted. 3-1, go back home, close this thing out.
yeah,
Rest up for the World Series, man.
sure.
How about that Guardians Yankees though? A walk-off in overtime? Or extra
Yeah.
innings, I guess we'll call it.
From wait, they called the guy who did the walk off like Father Christmas or something like that. I don't know what the hell they called him.
Father Christmas? No
Yeah.
way, dude.
Yeah, his name's Noel.
Oh shit.
Jakensky Noel. They called him like Father Christmas or some shit on
Father
the
Christmas comes
call.
early?
I gotta go find it. It was actually hilarious. I'm like, what do you mean Christmas?
Yeah, what do we maybe it's
Um,
on this ESPN clip? Let me see. I got an ad.
Cleveland walk off. It wasn't the walk off. It was the Cleveland Noel home run. Big Christmas. That's what
Oh, they said Big Christmas has tied it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's
Big
his
Christmas. With 2
Big
outs.
Christmas, dude.
Freaking
That's
Big
crazy.
Christmas.
Big Christmas came up to the plate and said, I got this, boys. That's what you love the playoffs for. Like, you think 2 outs, okay, it's over. You still got a chance at the lumber. Swing that thing. Aaron Judge 1 for 5. Come on, son. 2 RBIs, though.
Big Christmas.
What they call it, Lloyd Christmas.
Has tied it.
That's crazy, dude. Who's coming alive for the Dodgers? That's what I need to know.
Fucking Muncie, dude. I'm telling you. He heard my my shit talking, and he
He's just.
decided to lock in for once.
I
I mean,
still love
serious. What was he?
yesterday. I was
He was
asking
1
your
for 2.
mom. I'm like, what is Zach's problem with Muncie? She's like, I don't know. I like Fatso.
Yeah, even she knows he's fat as shit.
He can be fat. I don't mean he's
Mookie
bad.
was dialed in 4 for 6.
Yeah, I don't do.
Single, double, homer. Just missed out on the triple to get that
Ooh,
that cycle.
He got a cycle in the
That'd be
NLCS.
crazy.
That's crazy. Yamamoto did his thing. That's good.
Yeah, 2 runs,
Anybody
8
else?
Ks. Yeah, everyone was dialed in. Flaherty will pitch tomorrow. He's the guy that won game 1. I mean, so
Looking
I feel
good.
like I don't know who the Mets are gonna go with, but I feel like it should be
3 wraps.
things should be Jeej, if I had to guess. Unless they try and put the guy who pitched game 2 in for game 5, but that would be on 4 days rest. I mean, that'd be a bold strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, would it even be 4 days rest? They played on Monday, so it'd be 1, 2, 3 days rest. There's no way.
Why is it 3 games in New York?
It's 2-3-2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2-3-2, which I think is pretty odd. Honestly, that's like it's low key an advantage for
That's
the
what I was
other
gonna say, to have
for
3
the
in a
away.
row at home, like,
'Cause say you steal one of the first 2, and then you
you
just
win
get
3 at
hot at
home.
home and the series is over.
Like,
It's like I just
with
think like a series is always guaranteed.
2 and 2,
You're
then we gotta
basically
go back.
guaranteed most of the time to go 5.
Mhm.
So if a series goes 5, the yeah, I don't know, like, they don't get the advantage until the 5th game. Actually don't. They're down a game,
Mhm.
and if it's a how they do it in the NBA, right? 2-2, 1-1-1, you get the advantage for the 5th game and the 7th game.
Yeah.
So there's 2 opportunities where you have a chance to seal it pretty
Yeah.
much, so
Yeah, I don't know, like, it's
yeah, I think
almost
it's weird.
beneficial to just be the lesser seed because 'cause you're like, "Okay, well, I get 3 at home, like, yeah, I start 2 on the road, but then I get 3 straight at home." So let's say you split on the road, like you said, and you win 3 at home, that's
Yeah.
the series. That's pretty crazy. I don't know why I didn't realize that. Oh, well. Okay, it's good playoff baseball, baby boys. Oh
Not
god.
too bad, not too bad.
Oh, I'm fighting the yawn right now, so I had dinner at my grandparents' house because my aunt and
Mhm.
uncle from Canada are in town.
Sure.
So it's good to spend some time with them. I didn't know this when I got there, but making homemade pasta from scratch, making the red sauce, you get all
Mhm.
your fixings, the meatballs, the red wine, and all. Beautiful, beautiful dinner. What I forgot about is when you go to grandma and grandpa's house, they keep the house hot.
Oh.
I was rocking a Nike, thermal fit sweatshirt and
Yeah,
Nike
you're done for,
sweatpants.
buddy.
Oh,
But nice knowing you.
yeah, we walked in. They're like, you want to drink some little bit of a Glenfiddich? I said, sure. I said, are we shooting it? They said, no, no, we're just sipping. I said, perfect. Want to make
Yeah.
sure. So sip some of that. That gets you a little warmer.
Yeah.
Then you get warmer on top of that. So you're just kind of battling through it.
You're just drenched.
Yeah, but you realize, you know what? For the pasta, I'll do damn near anything.
Oh, yeah.
And
Ain't much wrong with it right there.
finish that, have the dessert, and I'm like, they're like, you need coffee? I'm like, yeah, I got a show to record. Let's kind of get some coffee. I fear it's not doing what it's supposed to. Now there is a chance my uncle gave me decaf. There's a chance. Probably a high chance,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah,
So,
it's probably
you know,
I'd almost bet on it, honestly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't understand the appeal of decaf coffee. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, honestly. Good
What?
point.
What? And everybody who has decaf coffee stores it next to your regular coffee. So, like, are we contaminating? What if these beans touch these beans? And now,
Yeah.
how does this thing work? I don't know. Things that go on in here, it's just not right.
Yeah. It's things you gotta think about.
There you go. Someone has to. I think. Let's see. We talked about the dumbass game tonight.
Yep.
We talked about some good playoff baseball. The 2-3-2 being shit, which is good. I mean, do we just get into our picks? I guess get into
Down, yeah.
let's
Yeah.
pull them bad boys up here. We got a nice little. I I'm starting to really feel like this is decaf. If I'm starting to put everything together here.
Okay. So
If I
we might have to speed run this episode is what you're saying?
I mean, if you just see me kind of like rest my eyes a little bit, it might be shocked.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, well, let's get on through it then.
let's get that hurry up going.
Let's get that hurry up, the quick tempo right here.
Uh, I think the best matchup to start with definitely Nebraska, Indiana. There, I mean, we're
Yep.
both rocking with Signetti. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's a pretty
smoking
good slate.
Signetti's
I
here.
mean, I was kinda looking at, what the spreads were in some of these games. I almost went with the Miami-Louisville game, but
Yeah,
they've kind of been pissing me off recently. I don't even wanna bother with them.
fair enough.
Then there's, like, a couple, like Kansas State, West Virginia, but, like, West Virginia's kinda shit, so this one, Indiana's got a chance to run the table here and get into some big games undefeated.
Yeah,
So I'm rolling with them. If this was in Nebraska,
Probably roll with Nebraska.
I might lean with Nebraska, but we're in Bloomington, so let's ride. O'Rourke, or not O'Rourke, it's just Rourke, I think, is his last name, the quarterback.
Just let them Hoosiers go, baby.
Yeah, it's a good
Basketball
show.
school? I don't think so. Well, it could still be both.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be
I
both.
think Signetti's got the boys on right spot. I think
Sure.
Rourke's got a good thing going on here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything really else about Indiana except for their quarterback and coach. So I'm not
I
gonna
just
pretend
know
like
their
I do.
coach was dialed in at James Madison for 2 years, and he's dialed in right now, so
Do we love the Dukes?
yeah, I love
Hi-
him.
His speech to start the year might have been the craziest thing. We hate Purdue and Michigan and
Hate them
Ohio
all.
State.
Oh, literally. Me
Like,
too.
thank
Fuck
you,
'em.
coach. Oh, I hate all of them,
Appreciate it.
especially Michigan. Got something for them boys next year, hopefully. I'd hope. I don't know. I might be writing a check that we can't cash. Um, okay, so we're both riding on that one. Now we got a split house coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Michigan, Illinois. You're rocking with the team that has a quarterback that can't throw.
Yep,
You think
because
Orgy's gonna just run all over him?
well, they play the other guy sometimes too. I don't know, I forget his dumbass name.
Altmaier, Luke, or
Yep,
some shit.
yep. I just think they had a bye.
Oh no, that's the Illini quarterback. That's my guy right now.
It's what's his face? I'll find it right now.
The white kid.
Tuttle.
Tuttle. That's the
Old
kid.
Tuttle.
That's the
Um,
kid.
I
Old
just think
Tuttle.
that they had a bye,
Uh huh.
had a chance to kind of dial it in a little bit,
Okay.
and Illinois just won a frickin' overtime thriller. How did we even pull this one off? I think they kind of get caught lacking a little. That's my play on this, and we get like a 14 to like 10,
Okay.
like a game that I'm not watching. Let's just put it
Right,
that
right,
way.
right. But something that you just want to see the
Yeah,
final score and
yeah.
okay.
Final score. It's like all right, Michigan just pulled away. It's like a 2-hour game at most because they're just we're
Just running
running
that
the
rock.
rock. Yeah, that's all we're doing.
Okay.
It starts at 12:30, ends at 2.
About 80 run plays on both
Yeah,
sides, just
that's what I'm
keeping that
feeling,
thing
and
moving.
I think Michigan just has. I think they have more to say about ending like finishing out their season
Hmm,
than going out real sad to Washington and Illinois back to back.
hmm.
I just think they got a little more in the tank.
I like that idea. I like that idea. I don't know. I just like I feel like Illinois is playing some pretty good football from what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
And like the way that Michigan struggles to throw the football and they have to have this two quarterback system, I just feel like Illinois is going to catch them sleeping in
Mhm.
what city is Champaign at the Memorial Stadium. I
Oh,
mean, shit,
sure.
71
Gonna be
degrees,
popping
perfect for
bottles
football
after
weather.
they win, maybe.
Have to, sure. Yeah, I don't know. Feel like Illinois is going to catch them sleeping. Like I feel like Michigan is going to overlook them because they're looking at okay. I think they're overlooking Illinois and Michigan State looking at Oregon.
They're doing a
Personally,
double look ahead.
I think it double
Oh,
take.
shit.
Yeah, I mean they might be
You don't
looking at.
see the double look ahead a lot.
I usually, but in this case, I feel like they might. Now again, I might be biased because I don't like Michigan. That's fair.
Sure.
So, but hey, I would love nothing better than to see the Michigan fans sad.
There you go.
And I'm
I
sure
hear
they'd say the
that.
same thing about me, which is fair.
I hear the hell out of that.
Going up to Alabama, Tennessee, a little
Mhm.
battle down in the SEC. Battle in Knoxville
Yep.
at Neyland Stadium or Neyland Stadium.
Elon.
Thielen, like Thielen,
Mhm.
rolling with the Crimson Tide, that Roll Tide.
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Alabama is a team that will play to the level of their comp
Mm-hmm.
and bit them in the ass against Vandy. Almost bit them in the ass against South Carolina, but then they play a Georgia and they play great. I think
Yep.
that's what we're looking at here, and I think Tennessee's offense has been a little question marky
Mm-hmm.
recently. Now I still think they'll score. I think this is going to just be the ultimate shootout game for both these teams, and I think Milrow's just a little bit more dynamic
Running the
than
football.
than old. How do you even
Nico.
pronounce his last name? Imalava?
Imulava?
Imalava?
Imulava,
He's not as
Imulava?
much of a runner, a dynamic runner, and I think that can, I think that's gonna help Bama.
Or is it Iamabala? Iamalivala?
Iamanahanamana?
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
That's it.
And, like, I mean, I think this is, like, almost the sleeper game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I know Georgia, Texas, but, like, this is, like, almost a eliminator match right here. This is a title eliminator fight in boxing. Like,
Yeah.
whoever loses this thing, you might not be done
But
playoff-wise,
SEC-wise, you're
but SEC-wise, you're
pretty much done.
done. You got 2
Yeah.
losses, it's over for you. Plus throw tiebreakers in there, right? So, um, winner of this game puts himself in a great spot,
Yeah.
especially, I'd say, Tennessee, because they only have one more quote unquote hard game against Georgia, and you could win this game and lose to Georgia and win all the rest and be 10-2, and you're probably getting in.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
Bama's got a little bit of a tougher road. This is the start of their 3-game stretch, and the reason why I don't think it's like a look ahead or I think they're going to be dialed in each week.
Okay.
Like I think almost the South Carolina game was the look ahead to the 3-game stretch.
Gotcha,
And they
gotcha,
kind of
gotcha.
got through it, and I think this is the toughest of the 3 games.
Yeah, usually the
What
first one
do you
definitely is.
think?
Yeah,
I
because
think
I
they
don't
beat
believe
Missouri
yeah, and I don't
and
think
even
LSU's
LSU.
8.
Like they're not an 8. They're not number 8,
Nah.
you know?
Like,
Like
they're not that
I
talented right
think
there.
this is the game. I think if they win this game, they can make this full run and they'll be 11-1 and they'll be playing probably Texas.
Probably Texas, yeah.
Maybe A&M though. I mean, A&M's schedule is nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Be
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, the way that I'm looking at it is I feel like they won, like, a close game against South Carolina and really had to pull it out at the end, like, had the
Mhm.
onside kick recovered.
Yeah.
I mean, if South Carolina has their veteran quarterback and he just slowly moves down the field with, like, a minute left, they probably lose that game. So I feel like they're, like, emotionally spent from this last one. But I also just think Tennessee overall is just a more complete football team.
Yeah.
Um, I think if Onomatopoeia can stop just ripping the ball 90 miles an hour to every single receiver, I think they'll be
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I think Samson's gonna get it going on the ground, and I just think like that Knoxville difference, like that Tennessee difference, is gonna get the win. Like I think it's gonna be almost like 2 years ago,
Mhm.
shoot out back and forth, and
Yeah.
then kick a long field goal to win the
And
game. And
Chase
now the
McGrath wins it.
goalposts, yeah, now the goalposts are taking a ride down the river. Um, I've been high on this Tennessee team since the preseason. I've also been high on Bama. I just looking at the two teams, I just feel like Tennessee is like the more complete ball club in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the way that Bama got dismantled by Vanderbilt was not like it was kind
It
of a
was a little
like
concerning.
they got beat. Like I know the score was 40-35. If you're watching it, like they got a garbage time touchdown, and then like after that, Vanderbilt got the ball and said, "Okay, we're just gonna hold it here."
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm looking, but I get people could say, well, Tennessee lost to Arkansas. Again, that Arkansas team was probably like
It
they're
ain't
one
bad.
overtime away from being what's their record? They're one overtime away from being 5-1.
Yeah.
Like they
Wonder
should
where
have
they are on
beat
the FPI. Right.
beat Oklahoma State. Like they had that game. Um, Texas A&M, they're like a one score game. Like that Arkansas team is very talented. Like I would not be surprised to see like Arkansas make a run between like LSU, Ole Miss, Texas, like in Missouri. Like they're going to be a spoiler. I think they win too.
Yeah, like if
I
you
just don't
wanna
know which
take
ones.
football power index into account, I mean, it's kinda ESPN's little thing to try and, like, balance
Yeah,
a bunch of stuff. They got Arkansas as 25th,
yeah,
you
they're a
know?
good team.
They
They're
still
not
have
bad.
Bama as 3rd.
Okay,
I'm
see that.
curious. Guess who they have as 13th?
Oh,
USC.
USC.
Yeah.
So kind of going to SC.
They're not shit.
No, and they played like the sixth hardest schedule in the country to start.
Uh, yeah, I'm
I
not
think it was in
sure.
like
I
top
don't know
five or
if I have.
something.
Let me look.
Like it was somewhere in the top 10. The more that I think about the way that the games have gone, like And they were talking about it on like with Joel Klatt and Chris Collinsworth as far as, and we'll talk about it more in the Twitter Stoogery, but it's like this team is pretty reminiscent of the Texas team from 2 years ago where they were in every single game and they'd lose by like 1 touchdown.
Uh-huh.
And then come to find out like the year after, they're like, "Oh, we're kind of fucking final."
Yeah.
So, I don't
Just
know.
gotta hope everyone stays. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Gotta hope people don't leave. That's when you get fucked over.
Yeah, I'd hope so. I mean, why would you leave? Like we got sunshine, we got a shit ton of money. Like what do you want?
Well, I
But
guess speaking of the what were we saying Arkansas wasn't shit, we have 'em beating LSU, so there you go. There's your
yeah,
answer on that, on why we don't
yeah.
think LSU is as good as number 8, and we don't think Arkansas is that bad, so
Plus LSU just won like an emotional drain
yeah,
game
this is the
against, yeah.
classic letdown game.
Let that thing go. And Arkansas is not the team that you can have a letdown game against. They're
No,
too
they
good.
will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. So I think
Those hog mollies.
them hog mollies are going to be rolling. And last but not least, we got Georgia, Texas. I mean, we're just
Actually,
riding with the
now that I
tide
think
here.
about it, hold on.
Yeah.
This is oh no, they have a bye, so it's gonna work out in their favor. I was gonna say this is double letdown game situation because Arkansas 2 weeks ago is when they beat Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
but they had a bye week to
Ooh.
reset. LSU did not, so
Bingo,
we're
bango.
still good on letdown. But they could be in a double letdown situation. It's just who lets down
Who's
the
letting down
least.
first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like who's letting down more.
Who's putting that guard down? Getting popped right in the mouth.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just kind of fading this Georgia team. I think that Texas is the complete team. Like they're the best team right now in the country to
Yeah, and
me.
until I see them lose, I mean, like now, could Georgia in here and muster up some like Georgia of
Yeah,
2 years ago and just
start going on a roll, maybe.
yeah, they might, but I don't know. I just don't see it. I think their secondary just gets absolutely abused,
Yeah, and it's in
and
Texas, so it's not like I
and
can
I
say, well, it's
think
in between the hedges.
yeah, I think Texas's defense is better than you think it is, and yeah, I mean,
They're
if
going to
I
score a
would,
lot of points, so you got to be able to stick with them.
I'd take
Plain and simple.
I'd take Texas minus the 5. I
Oh
think,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I'd definitely take Texas -5.
that should be a fucking crazy game though.
Tickets are as low as 350. Sure.
Oh shit, 350.
Might make a pill up. Sure.
Go to that Mississippi State A&M game for $5.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Yeah, the Bama Tennessee game is 277.
It's a little bit change. Go to the we could go to the Oregon Purdue game for as low as $9
How much are USC tickets at? What are they at?
at
At
Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah, fucking Terps.
$15. Ain't
Okay.
bad.
Forget moving. We're gonna be go to Maryland real quick.
Yeah.
See old Woody Marks and the boys. Woody Marks, if we don't give him more than 15 carries this week, I
Yeah, I
might
mean, if they
cry.
can't beat Maryland, it's all chalked.
Chalk the season, we're done. Sure. This feels like the game though that USC defense puts out like another shutout, like against Utah State somehow. Like we
Yeah.
got a lot of guys coming back this week. Like we got Gentry back in the middle of the field. I heard we got 2 defensive tackles coming back. Unfortunately, remember the dude the first play against Penn State when they actually illegally chop blocked him?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they fucked up his leg.
Yeah.
So we got 2 rookies that are coming in. I saw a tweet and they're like, "Please take it easy on them, okay? No, they're freshmen. Don't expect them to know everything. There's gonna be growing pains." I'm like, at this point, I mean, sure.
Sure,
Let's
whatever.
just get you some reps, get you ready for next year.
Yeah.
Like whatever, bro. All right,
All right.
time to move over to the
But
NFL
NFL,
picks.
yeah.
Okay, starting with Seahawks and Geno Smith and old Kirko Chain and
Yep.
Falcons.
I'm riding with Geno. Not sure why. I think
Okay.
this is just one of those games where it's in the 10 o'clock window.
Yep.
Nobody's really watching.
Sure. That's when Geno shines.
Yep. Exactly. That's when the Seahawks shine in a little 10 o'clock window. And they're due for a win, and the Falcons are due for a loss. Like, we're due for a Kirk Cousins
Hmm.
plays the worst game you've ever seen moment here. We've been more than due for it.
Yeah, I
He's
was
going to
kind of
give you
looking at
one.
it. I was looking at it the opposite way. I was looking at it. Kirk might struggle, but that defense for the Seattle is so bad against the ground attack. I think
Yeah,
Bijan might go for like about 50.
he might. He might. No, I could see it, but something just like with how great the Falcons are,
Hmm.
allegedly, what everyone says,
Sure.
for them to be only 3-point favorites at home
Hmm.
means on a neutral field this is a pick 'em.
Sure.
Like it's not like they're 6-point favorites against the Seahawks. Like I think it's closer than people think. I think the Seahawks offense is better than people think, low key.
All I gotta say is, as the great Kirk Cousins says, "Walk into your trap, take over your trap."
Thing is, it's in his own trap.
I
So
know, so I'm not really sure where he like.
yeah.
How did we get there? I don't know.
Did he say that after the last game though? Yeah, they were at the
Yeah,
Panthers.
yeah, they did.
Makes sense.
Kirk Cousins, bro. You never know what you're gonna get for that guy.
I'd say take the over though.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of points.
What is that line?
Uh,
51.5. I'm taking that.
yeah,
Give me that over. When in
gotta
doubt, give
have
me
it.
that over. But I'll ride with Seattle on this one.
Okay, respect that. You're like, do I feel as confident about it? Not at all, but will I ride
No,
with it?
not really.
Yeah, respect that. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance because, like, I want a little excitement, you know.
Yeah,
And honestly, from a Rams fan perspective, the more the Seahawks lose, the more open the division is, the better it works for
sure.
my team. So I might be praying on their downfall. It's possible.
Could be.
Let's go down. So let's go across. Actually, let's do a little cross action here, a little drag route, since we never see that anywhere in football anymore. Because for some reason that route don't exist. Texans Packers. On the frozen tundra, probably not frozen because I think they said it's gonna be 70. Yeah, 56 degrees. A little chilly, you know, not quite frozen, but kind of getting there.
Yeah,
Um, I think we're both riding Packers because it's like, hey, you ain't got Nico Collins. You're gonna be trying to do everything. I mean, they just traded back. No, they traded Cam Akers over to Minnesota.
yep,
Um, so you're really putting a lot of pressure on old Mixon. So I'm not wishing Mixon to get hurt because I know he's on your squad. But
appreciate that.
if he does get hurt, and you got to run the ball against the Packers. Like
Yes,
that's
you do.
the way you stay in the game. I mean, honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like the Rams are kind of giving people blueprints on how to keep close with these teams, and it's
Hmm.
not rocket science. It's like if you can run the ball, you will be in the game. Um, which is really weird because like with our makeshift offensive line, how is our running game okay? Like I don't get it. Um, yeah, we're just saying, hey Texans, you could you could lose this one. It's okay. Like
Sure.
that's
Yeah,
this is the one you got. Okay. Lions Vikings, an absolute divisional masterclass here, undefeated versus the division winners from the previous year up in Minnesota. There, bud.
sure.
You're riding with the purple people eaters, huh?
I mean, I think the Lions did all their little like fun, beat the shit out of everyone. They did all their trick plays. Haha, it was so fun. And then I think they come into Minnesota and like can't do that shit against like real football players. And I think Minnesota's defense is. I think this
They're
is the
good.
type of defense that will cause Jared Goff frickin' nightmares.
I agree with you because I've seen it happen with him before. What I why I'm going with the Lions is one, their defense is really good. I know Hutch is out, but they still got pass rushers like crazy. They still have one of the best offensive lines in the league,
Mm-hmm.
and they got David fucking Montgomery.
They do.
That guy,
That guy makes shit happen.
he'll just wear on you till the fourth quarter, and what used to be
Facts.
like a 3-yard run is now like an 8-yard run, and what used to be an 8-yard is just a 15-yarder. And then just to, when you think you got him figured out, they put an old fucking Gibbs, and they
Yeah.
just he just breaks outside, and instead of
Yeah.
getting 8 yards like the old son of a bitch, number 5, he
Crazy.
just takes off. So I think the running game's gonna take the Lions over the top. I feel like the Vikings have been on a magical run. Should have lost in the comeback effort. Some might say to the Jets. Should have probably lost in Lambeau. I just think the magic kind of runs out here,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't bode well for me because the next game's gonna be against the Rams. So
Yep.
that's gonna
Then
well.
they get their get back game.
Yeah, and Justin Jefferson is gritty and on my team, and I'm like, well, he's on my fantasy team, so I'm happy, but I'm also depressed. So,
Yeah. I'm also
it's
pissed. I'm not sure what to
yeah,
do.
That'll happen, you know.
Sure.
Brock Powers might go for a $150 against us, but that's life. Actually, can Gardner get it to him to get 150? I don't think so. Or Connor or Colin, whatever the fuck the guy's name is. O'Connell. You're a shit
Sure.
quarterback. I'm not calling you O'Connell. I'm calling you either O or Connell. You pick one.
Yeah, you can't get both.
You have to earn the hyphen, or not the hyphen, the apostrophe. Yeah. So I'm gonna ride with MCDC and the boys. I just
Alright.
think they get it figured out. Um, Go on over to the Chiefs Niners little Super Bowl matchup in Santa Clara, Levi Stadium.
Yeah. Give me the Niners.
Think so?
Yeah, Chiefs have kinda been just scraping by. This is gonna be a classic, Niners win, talk hella shit, they won their Super Bowl, blah, 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 and they'll just lose in the playoffs again, so that's why I
Hear
think
that?
that they get their big win today, and you'll never hear the end of it.
Sure.
We're
Sure.
so good, we beat the Chiefs, the Super Bowl was a fluke, blah, 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 the whole like, you'll hear
We still
everything.
we still hear that they beat the Eagles last year in the regular season,
Yep,
and that was the
there
yep.
you go.
Okay.
Hang the banner.
Honestly, they might be like the Colts and just hang a fucking banner. Might as well at
Yeah,
some point. Um, I thought about it and I thought, okay, there's a chance that the Niners win, but then I thought a little longer and I said, the Niners are a team that have shown that they don't close the door when they have a lead. And what's one team that you have to make sure you close the door on? That's the Chiefs and Patrick
that's the
Mahomes.
Chiefs every time.
And even though I don't like it, I know the NFL wants Taylor Swift and her fans to be excited, and they want Kelsey to do really well. So I would not be the least bit surprised if we see a tough game going back and forth, and then all of a sudden that fourth quarter, man, Travis Kelsey to Patrick Mahomes connection just starts just clicking.
Sure,
It's like put a light bulb in the socket. Everything just starts going.
there you go.
And I think the Chiefs walk out of there with a victory somehow. No one knows really how their defense. I think their defense is going to get Purdy issues.
Couple
Like,
flags will get thrown here or there,
of course, roughing the passer on Bosa when he just
Sure.
pushes him down. I think there's a chance that Kareem Hunt has a good day. I feel like Chris Jones is really going to give Brock Purdy some problems. Like we
Okay.
saw it last year, and that was
Yep.
with all their weapons. I think Spagnuolo is just going to heat up the pocket a little bit, and he's just going to play man to man and be like, make a throw, dude.
Yeah.
So I think the Chiefs just get the win.
Sure. Alright.
Last but not least,
I hear that.
Ravens Bucks Monday night doubleheader in Tampa, huh? No one's riding with the Bucks. Yeah, because
No,
we see that
no,
Ravens come
I
through.
think yeah, I think this is, like, it's another
Shocking.
case of, like,
It's been fun.
yeah, it's been fun, same with the Commanders last week. Obviously, I mean, they played them decent, but it's like,
Yeah,
you
there's
know
big dogs. There's levels here.
yeah, here's the big dogs are in town,
Yeah.
and we're gonna ground and pound. I will like, typically, the Bucks, run defense is good with old Vita Vea up there. I'd like to see how they do against a Lamar and Derrick Henry rushing attack. That should be interesting to watch, but
What
I
if we
think,
what if we get a Vita Vea masterclass and he just attacks the mesh and just
maybe.
takes both of them down
I
every
just
play?
think Baker's gonna be in hell in this game
Yeah.
because the Bucks are not gonna get a run game going. They just won't.
But you know
Gotta
what
get
I got? You know what I get to hold hope for? All I need is one deep ball to Mike Evans, and he'll just
yeah,
rip a touchdown, and
yeah,
I'm set. I don't care what happens after
yeah.
that.
I just think they don't get the run game going. They try and throw,
Yeah,
or they have to throw,
like 52
and
times.
pass rush is just too much for for Baker to handle.
Yeah, I think it's a ground
That's what
assault.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
All right, good
Sure.
shit. Sure. All right, keeping up with the tempo. I mean, I think it's time to start with Coach's Corner. Then we bring up the old Stooge of the Week.
Yeah, yeah. You can just throw it up whenever the time feels right. But basically, we had our last game of the season yesterday. We were supposed to be done on Tuesday, but Tuesday afternoon I get a call from our head coach saying, "Hey, Covina wants to do a double header Wednesday night. Should we do it?" And I'm like, "Bro, I've been checked out for a little bit." I'm like, "I don't know, dude." And he's like, "All right, well, let's ask the girls and see if they want to do it." We go in about, send out the message, but enough girls say yes to where we could field a team. So it's like, all right, screw it, let's do it. Who cares? It's probably a good game for us because they're not very good. There's 262 teams in the Southern section. We're ranked like 220, and they were like 205.
Good
So
matchup.
pretty even. And the next highest team that we had played since before that was Los Osos. They were ranked like 160. So this would be like,
Wow.
this is our speed right here.
It's our fastball.
And we we schedule them. The situation is they're 5-7.
Sure.
They're gonna finish like I think third in their league, and it's a league of 5 teams. So I think only the top 2 make it out, or I don't really know what the whole situation is. But apparently, from what I was told, they needed to win 2 games so they can um, be 500, so they could make CIF, or at least put an at-large bid in. I don't know if they'll make it or not, but they can be an at-large if they're 500. Sure, whatever. Okay. So we say yes, sign off on it. Double header, 6:30, 7:30. Let's see who shows. Pull up. We're coming off of good momentum. We scored 4 touchdowns against Etowanda the night before, so we're feeling good, feeling decent. But we
Sure.
lost, obviously. Tried man coverage, didn't work. Um, but we go into the game. I show up. There's 8 people there. I'm like, okay, all right, not a good start. So I'm like, all right, ladies, come in, come around, gather around the whiteboard. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go here. We're gonna switch between cover 4, cover 3, man. So our calls are cover 3 is Seattle, cover 4 is Palms, and then man, our freshman corner came up. She's like, "Can we call it Yeti?" And we're like,
Big
why?" She's like,
Yeti.
"'Cause a Yeti's just like on you." And I'm like, "Okay,
That's
sounds
good.
good. Man will be known as Yeti now." And
Good democracy.
so I'm like, "Hey, you're gonna have to rush." This girl who's never rushed a day in her life has only played offense. Another girl who's only been the snapper. "Hey, you're gonna have to play middle. You're gonna patrol the middle. You're gonna be our middle linebacker." She's like, "Okay, sounds good." Um, and then you know they thought shit was gonna be sweet. Covina. They thought it was gonna be a bulldoze blowover. Win their 2 games, put their at large bid. They had their helmets on or their soft shells on. Our girls were kinda looking like, "Okay, what's going on here?" The girls were kinda big, they got arm sleeves, and I'm like, "Ladies, I promise you, they not that good." I
I'm
swear to you.
watching their
I
pregame. They
swear
are
to
not
you,
that good.
they're not that good, and I saw them running a couple plays, and they were doing some motions and some this, so I'm like, "Alright, we're gonna start in zone, and let's just play cover 3 zone, easy money." You were there from the start, so boom,
Yep.
stop or we
Yep.
score,
Yep.
drive a nice long drive,
Yeah.
well executed. Stop, score, 14 zip. Everyone's dead quiet. I didn't even know they had fans over there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was dead quiet.
Your pin
And
drop.
then, you know, they get one back, but then we score again. Garvey was just having a field day with them.
Yeah.
Deep ball reverses. She was just all over. They could not hang. And we had girls catching passes who hadn't caught a pass all year.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we were at. I think we ended up having 12 or 11, and we have 26 on our roster. So more than half of the girls weren't there, and we're up 14 zip. We're up 20-6 at half. And then, they're all happy, and coach is trying to get them dialed back in, and I'm like, "Dude, you gotta chill out just a little bit," but, that's neither here nor there.
Sure.
Um, come back out, we're tired, or we're
I
starting to
yeah.
get tired, like,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because there's adjustments I'd wanna make, but
But
the
you're
defense
tired. Like
they don't come out, so I either have to yell it from the sideline as we're changing sides, or, like, hope there's a timeout and I can talk to them, or if one of the girls who plays defense and not offense, which was, like, one of them, is on the sideline, I say, "Hey, run this info out," but I'm sending it off with a 14-year-old freshman girl for her to relay the message to the team, and sometimes gets lost in translation out there.
Yep, I didn't have a
Um,
pump block somehow.
so then they score, they cut it to 1 score, and I'm like, "All right, come on, we gotta lock in." And then we go right back down and score on the reverse with, like, 6 minutes left or something to go up 2 scores. And then on the extra point, we throw it to the corner, she drops it or it gets broken up, whatever.
Yep.
And then my girl gets punched in the face by this by this Covina girl, and then so she turns around and, like, throws, like, a half punch shove of, like, her shoulder
Yeah.
and pushes her away, and then the girl grabs her hair and is, like, trying to hit her more, and then everyone runs, bench is clear, or our bench does with, like, our 4 people that are back there.
Yeah,
So
the
then
mighty poker.
I'm running out there, and I'm like, "Everyone go to the sideline," and our coach is freaking out, and I'm like the girls are like, "Wait, we need to keep playing. No, no, we have to." We're like, "We're not stopping the game. Like, it's gonna be
We're just letting
okay."
things
So then that girl gets ejected. This is the part that pissed me off. Not pissed me off, but it was just unfortunate. That girl gets ejected. They put it back to the spot, or they go half the distance. They're starting from the 10. There's like 6 minutes left or whatever. And the girl who got punched, I'm like, "All right, are you good?" She's like, let me take a minute. Let me take a beat here." She was like adjusting her eye. She's like, "I can't really see." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna like throw you back in there." Backup comes in, first play, big chunk play. I'm like, "Ah, gosh, not good." "Hey, you ready to go back in?" She said, "Give me one more play." They go right back, same side touchdown. I was like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Okay." So they boom, quick 2 plays, no time comes off the clock. I'm like, "Okay, not good." Then we go out and we have a little bit of a drive, but did we throw a pit? No, I think we just don't
just sputtered
convert.
out.
I think
Yeah.
we sputtered out.
Yeah.
We s
Yeah, there was a shot deep. Then there's
No,
a
we were
QB keep.
driving.
Well, there's QB keep shot deep.
No, we were driving, and it was 3rd down,
Mhm.
and she dropped it for
Oh,
the
yeah, that
first.
drive. I'm thinking of the last drive of the game.
No, the last drive was, like, that was when it was already
It was tied.
tied.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was like, we could get a first, we're up by a score, we're good. She drops it.
What was open
So
too?
then we got a punt, and then they go down, and they score, and we stop them on the extra point, so it's a tie game. We get the ball with, like, a minute, and throughout this whole thing, my rusher's dead, she can barely run. The girl that's guarding the middle, she can barely move at this point. She's never played this many snaps in her whole life. Everyone else has played Our, like, 4 main people have played the whole game every snap, so they're on fumes, and we can't rush the quarterback right, and people are trying, and this is what happened on the, she scored almost scored 3 times. I think 1 was a touchdown and 2 of them were extra points. Um, when they were on the extra point or they were close to getting a first down, we'd go to Yeti. I'd yell out Yeti. We'd go to man. The problem is I couldn't get the info into the safety that the safety is supposed to come down and cover the running back swing. So the
Gotcha.
running back would just swing out, and the
Be wide
safety's
open,
too far
boom.
away, can't get there. And I couldn't get it in because she's in the game the whole time. So, like, I can't it wa we didn't have time to, like, make the adjustments, and so everyone else had their person. Really, we should have, like, if we were really doing it, the corner should have passed off an inside route to the safety, and then she goes with the flat, but it's like
We got time for that
we
now.
just put in man on Tuesday, so, like, we ain't got all the little we don't
Bells
have
and
it.
whistles
We
here.
don't have it. So then and throughout this whole thing, it's getting chippy and people are yelling and my AD's yelling and then the coaches are yelling and their fans are yelling because they
There's some
thought that they were
fucking stooge at the other
some
side
guys
just
yelling
losing
over
it.
there and their coaches are pissed and we're getting like random flags and inadvertent whistles and I'm like, this game is so chalk. There's no way we're playing another game. Then we get it, we stop them, and the game clock runs out. Their coach comes out and the official's like, you want to take a he's like, "You want to go to overtime or you want to take a tie?" And my coach is like, "We're taking the tie." And then so the Covina coach is like, "Then we're going home." He's like, "We're not playing." And we were like, "Okay." Like, see ya. Like, we'll go home. You guys don't get to go to
The
CIF, so that's fine.
playoffs.
So like, it doesn't really matter to me. We just did this out of the kindness of our heart to like play you guys,
Yeah,
and you kind of got the shit kicked out of you by 11 people. Um,
literally.
so like we had at least 4 regular starters that were not there, and all 4 of them played defense in some capacity.
Oh,
Our main
Jesus.
rusher was not there. So, there's at least a couple. We have a tall package with some volleyball players, and she wasn't there on offense. That would have been nice.
Yep, throw a jump
Um,
ball maybe.
yeah. So if we had our full arsenal, this thing's done.
Could have routed
And
them.
we have another freshman quarterback who's not bad to give our quarterback a chance to play running back.
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
put
yeah.
2 QBs in, and it worked. So we were way down on what we had, and they were getting boat raced.
Literally.
And, they were pushing after the whistle and, like, pushing her while she's on the ground and just grabbing and holding and just being, like
Heard someone got cleated on their sidelines.
yeah, like, just being nasty for no reason. So, then the coach, then he's like, "Hey, we're a little heated over here. I'll shake your hand, but we're not gonna do the handshake line." And we're like, "Bro, okay, you guys are soft, like,
Yeah.
soft as Charmin." And then he runs over there and says, "They didn't wanna play you guys, they quit." I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude?" Obviously, we did not wanna play that second game. Hey, you heard it from me first.
We were running off.
Because here's what happened. Say we go to OT, right? We're probably losing in OT. Momentum's not
Yeah,
on our side. Girls are gassed. It's gonna be tough. We're probably losing in OT. So, then you gotta play the second game. I mean, I guess you could forfeit, but we
right. But at
wouldn't
that point, you'd have
forfeit.
to.
Like,
Yeah,
the girls aren't gonna just say, "No, we're going home." They're gonna be like, "No, we're gonna play again." And then you're stuck there for another hour. Girls are
just get.
dead tired. You
Yeah,
could be getting boat raced at that point.
yeah.
Who knows? Or take the tie. You know that they're gonna be salty, and they needed 2 wins to go through, so they won't even play the second game. Sounds good to me. And sure enough, we, hit it right on the money. And then, of course, in all their pettiness, he rushes to max preps to enter
How'd
the
that go?
scores as fast as possible so he could put it in as we forfeit the second game, which I submitted it with max preps, got it changed, so we, in fact, got the victory, and they forfeit. Um, but,
Oh, it's too
we
good.
had some call. I think, our AD had a call with their AD, and she was like, "We don't really care too much about the forfeit. I think we're still able to put our." I think they're getting in because West Covina didn't input their scores,
Oh my god.
so they're not making it or something, so Covina I
Ah.
don't even know. I don't really care. I hope they get boat raced if they do make it, to
It
Division
sounds like they
5.
will. Yeah, they'll get boat raced. I
Um,
I could put a lot of
so it
money on
didn't
that.
really matter, so in theory, we won. We got a
Yeah.
win on the year, we got a win and a tie, and then in the announcements this morning, our AD was was going through the announcements, and he was like, Emma Ramirez had how many yards passing, Kira Garvey had this, and then Kira Carroll won her boxing match by TKO in the 4th round. So and everyone listening to the announcement was like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" It was hilarious.
Dude, that was like the craziest flag football game I've ever seen. Um, I knew kinda looking at you guys, you were shorthanded, and I was like, "Okay, it's not looking great." Then I looked over at their other side, and I'm like, "Oh, no, we might be in for, like, a shit bowl." Like,
Yeah.
it could just be just bad. And then I just saw, like, the ghetto-ness start to get out there, and, like, some hood tendencies kinda bringing
Yeah,
about,
well,
and
but it was just so weird. I'm like, we've played like, we're in the baseline league, so we're kinda used to that to an
yeah,
extent, but, like, this was we
they
no
were
one's
extra.
played like this in the baseline league, and we got some
Yeah.
real dogs in there.
Mhm.
So I don't the thing I didn't appreciate was, okay, you're gonna go be petty and you're gonna cheer with your team after blah blah blah, whatever. You're gonna say we quit, you're gonna go put it in as a forfeit. When you guys and they claim that they put out like 12 phone calls and emails to other schools asking if they would play. I don't know about all that. You
12?
guys yeah, to like
12's crazy.
all these
Nah.
different like schools. I don't know about all that, but you tried to do it with the team that's local and who hasn't won. You thought shit was sweet, and then you went down 14 zip because, you guys aren't that good. And if you guys can go play in CIF, well, we could definitely play in CIF. We just happen to not have the games under our belt to do it. So,
I was gonna say you might want to throw that bid in there. You got to win now.
yeah, I think you got to be 500. So, we're a little
Shit,
far
yeah,
off,
yeah,
little
a
far
little
off.
bit, little bit,
But
little bit.
we'll get some scheduling going next year to where like
Yeah, get some
let's just
nice,
say you're gonna lose every game in league, right? There's 10 games. You got to schedule. You can schedule up to 28 games total.
Jesus,
Um, so let's
a lot of
say you
games.
got to schedule at least 15 non-conference games you think you can win, and you got to hope you can win 12 of them. You got to go like 12-3, 10-5 at the worst, or something like that, and then
Hmm,
um, hope you can do
gotcha.
well in league to be 500. That's like the goal.
Okay, I see the vision.
But yeah, like Covina, man, like come on now. They had all their girls. They were hyped. They had all the things. They thought it was all gonna be awesome. We literally pulled up with like, hey, who wants to play today? You guys are down? All right, we'll figure this thing out as we go. And then they started playing. They're like, oh, like this is pretty easy. I'm like, yeah, like this is
They're
we're
shit.
on the baseline league right now. Like it's like, dude, if we tried to do a reverse in the baseline league, we'd lose 5 yards.
Sounds about right.
You're just they're on your shit. Like
Yeah, they're gonna clamp you up.
in less now we can score. We scored 4 touchdowns against Anawanda. Like anyone can score deep
Now,
because they always underestimate how far our quarterback can throw it until she steps into one and lets it fly and it goes.
now, my big question is, can you keep the center in and like have her block?
You can, yes, but she can't move and block.
Okay, so she can just stand there and kind of give you a second.
So she can like if she sees the rusher, she can kind of take a step, but she can't like as the rushers come in keep moving in front of the rusher. She's got to stay standing.
Okay, can she
Yeah.
do like delays and shit, like fake block move go?
Yeah, oh yeah. What she can do anything. Yep, she can go out.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Just good for
Oh yeah, what a
good
lot of
stuff
people will
there.
do is like the easiest way to do it, if you notice it, is like someone rushes, just send a receiver to
Where she just rush.
replace the
Yeah,
rusher and little dump off.
yeah,
It's pretty easy. We've tried to jump that before. Like sometimes we'll try and spook the quarterback with the double rush and have the
yeah. Send
safety
the safety
fly
fly.
forward to just go jump it. The last time we did it, she absolutely overran it, and it almost looked like 3 of them were rushing, and then they just threw it over her head again. And I'm like, "Okay, well, that didn't work." So we didn't run it since then. So
Okay, so the X's and O's look nice. It's just we got
in
to execute
theory, it would
now. Okay,
work, but yeah, I don't know.
that's a good NFL play actually. You send the double A blitz and then you just scream the safety down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was only fitting that for Stooge of the Week it was just the Covina girls flag football. That's their actual coach.
Yep.
Um, yeah, he's a big fat Stooge. Um, it's only fitting that rest in peace to the late great. What's that guy's name? Jackass.
Oh, yeah. I forget his
Mm,
name.
look that up real quick. Let's see here. Uh, John Falateri. John
Is that his
Falateri.
name?
John Flaherty. Flaherty.
Flaherty?
Flaherty. Jeez.
Flaherty?
Flaherty. He just looks like the type of guy that would call you a jackass for sure. Um, Shout out to the jackass man. I mean, yeah, I mean you play like that. You schedule the team twice because you know that you're supposed to be able to get 2 wins so that you can go to the playoffs. Then you get in a dogfight against like a short-handed team that's just running on fumes and making shit happen.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be
I didn't
just
even know that they were gonna
absolutely
play.
insane. Literally just like insane, just doing stupid shit after the whistle in between plays, chatting your shit, getting your shit run up, and then losing the boxing match too. So it's not like you're starting it and you're winning it. You're starting it and you're losing it. I mean, you just earned Stooge of the Week, and
Yeah.
for your winnings, you've earned that pin that says you suck, jackass. Um, Honorable mentions, Kawhi Leonard. I think his knee is done. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Prize Pick or not Prize Picks. I think on DraftKings put a bet in for Kawhi playing over 78 games this year. He put 88 cents on it, and if he somehow does, this guy will win like $200,000.
Sure.
Kawhi, if you could just say that you're suiting up and you play for about a minute and hop out the game, I mean that man will gladly thank you. And then the Saints, I mean, you get boat raced by Bo Nix and the company. Sean Payton comes back in and literally takes your lunch money.
Yeah.
Kind of insane. You got any words for Fatso?
No, no.
Okay.
He's just a piece of shit, really. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not rocking with him.
I'm not either.
I will schedule them next year.
Please do.
Yeah,
Please do.
I will schedule them for sure, and
Circle that one on the calendar.
they will get lit up.
It will get dealt with.
They will get dealt with. That's for sure.
All right, it is time to get some
Sure.
Twitter stoogery on
Roll
there.
through it.
I haven't fallen asleep yet, so that's a good sign.
Hey, you're still dialed in for
I'm
now.
trying. Once I think it was the game got me kind of locked back in.
Sure.
These guys might be on some tech deck shit that I've never seen before. Like, when we were in like middle school or like elementary school, were you like good with the tech decks? You do like kickflip.
I was never a tech deck guy, really.
I tried. It just didn't.
Just didn't hit for you.
I didn't understand it.
Sure.
I think that was a sign of ADHD. Like you just kind of sit there and flip it. I did do that. I'd kind of flip them over, so you just kind of
Yeah.
put one finger on it and flip it, flip it, flip it. But like I wasn't doing all this, like getting the ramp and yeah. And you know what probably did it for me? It was the first time like I tried to actually skateboard.
Sure.
I just kept falling on my ass, and I said, you know what? Fuck this. This is horrible. Okay.
All right.
My dad got pissed at me. He's like, "You're playing football and you're doing this shit." I'm like, "Well, yeah, but
My
yeah, you're
bad.
right.
My
Yeah,
bad, big dog.
my bad, brother. I'm sorry, bro." I mean, it looks elite, but like at the same time, I think there's a lot of other things I could be using my time on.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. I think I remember one of my cousins did it, and he would say to like do like high performance tricks, he would wrap grip tape on his fingers. I think he got like better grip. He was into it.
All right. He loves it.
Yeah. I had like 2 tech decks total, and it was just like, yeah, we don't need to buy any more of these. Now you got to ask yourself, does anyone here look like you could see them in the corporate setting?
No.
So
Not a chance in hell.
maybe that's why we put the tech decks down, because it's
Okay.
like, hey,
Yeah, that's fair.
maybe we kind of focus on some other things. Okay, maybe you focus on learning your other shit. Yeah, that's fair. Why don't you go read a book? Well, I don't like those either. I'm not a fan of those. Let's find something different. Raiders trade
There you
Devontae
go.
Adams to the Jets.
It's
No more
happening.
excuses. Now we got Devontae and Aaron. I mean, is it a week too late? I don't know.
Could be.
I was high on this fucking team, and they had a chance, and then they just said, we're going to fire our head coach because why not?
Because fuck it, that's why.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Look at that, inshallah.
How was firing your head coach and then trading for Devontae Adams supposed to help anything? I don't know. But hey, had a baby Devontae.
At least the friends are back together.
Yeah. Will Compton has a good message for us. He's heard from the Washington Post, and he wanted to give them this comment here. Just make sure we get it all the way up for him. Give him the respect.
All right, as you guys know, our latest episode of Bussin' with the Boys, we had on Donald Trump.
Right.
If you want to go watch it, it's on all of our channels, on all of our platforms, to go check it out. But we knew that there'd be a reaction. Good, bad, media would react, and we are getting our first media encounter. The Washington Post has reached out for comment regarding a remark made during the episode that's gaining online attention, including from Trump's opponent in the presidential race.
Camelers.
The remark they're referring to that they want comment on is a part of the episode where we're talking ball and how Trump used to play tight end, would have locked him up.
Sure.
And he essentially makes the comment, I wouldn't want to get hit, or I didn't want to get hit by somebody who's been lifting weights all day long and came from a bad neighborhood. Taylor and I laughed. They want our comment.
Sure.
Their question is, why did we find that amusing? You already know what they want to do with this thing. You want to know what kind of picture they want to paint. You want to know what kind of box they want us to put us in. You want to know, their vision for this entire question on asking that.
Yeah.
And number one, I thought it was funny because Trump is sitting there admitting that he is not built for the A gap, nor is he a tight end that was built for catching a slant over the middle, only to get his vertebrae, his L4 and L5 compressed by a middle linebacker that probably goes on to play at Nebraska and arguably 10 years in the NFL. But just knowing that the direction they want to go with this thing as they write whatever article that they're trying to write. And they asked if Willard Taylor would provide a comment on why we found that amusing. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I'll publicly tell you guys my comment. So Washington Post, here's my comment about why I thought it was amusing.
Okay. Pretty clear.
There you go.
I think it's pretty clear.
He said it best.
Could you just imagine Trump lining up at tight end? Going
Look
right
insane.
there. Going right there. Okay.
It would look so insane.
I love it that he's not built for the A gap. Okay.
Not built at all.
I don't know a
He's
lot
not
of tight
dialed in
ends
for
these
that.
days that are built for the A gap anymore. That a baby Will.
Oh yeah.
It's a good interview if you ask me. I would love to see them write an article and they got to put Will's response end quote.
Thank you.
It was the poor intern that has to write that out.
Oh, facts.
Did you get every little detail of it? Did you get every little je ne sais quoi, you know? I don't know if you probably saw this. Jerry Jones threatening to fire radio hosts after they get boat race is insane. Oh my god.
This is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
y'all
why.
get a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Jerry,
okay. Y'all really think you're going to sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong and without going over the rights? This is not your job.
I mean, I'll just say it again, man. There is no other owner that has post-game interviews, man, in anything ever. He's a fucking maniac.
I just love the fact that, I mean, first of all, this is hilarious because they got boat raced on Jerry's birthday in Jerry World. Like, it couldn't have been any better.
They got boat raced bad.
Then he responds by telling a radio host, I'll find someone else to ask these fucking questions.
Yeah, like, okay.
And if you think you can answer the problems, then you need to come to the meeting I'm with, because there's 32 teams here. And
y'all be some geniuses.
All right, Jerry.
Y'all look like some geniuses.
I got one easy one for you. Can we throw a fucking drag route to the fastest guy on our team? Just, it's the simplest thing, but it works a lot.
Yeah.
I swear, I've said it so many times. People, they just complicate football. I don't know why. Brady won damn near every Super Bowl he has.
Yep.
He's definitely hit a drag route at least once or twice, maybe 3, 4, or 5. Like, man-to-man coverage, no problem. Move across the field. I mean, the Cowboys are shit right now, and I love it, but
correct. Nothing makes me happier.
I'm actually really happy about this new rule. The FTC is finalizing its new cancel to click or click to cancel, whatever you want to call it, rule. Subscription services, including gym memberships, will be required to offer one click to cancel with the new rule. It's going to take effect in 180 days after being published. Yeah, that was a big thing. Like, people would be like, well, yeah, you can cancel your subscription, but I'm just going to embed it in the fucking website. And good luck finding it, okay? Because I'm going to keep taking that $15 a month till you do your
I tried to
research
cancel a DAZN subscription after watching some boxing. Holy shit, brother. It took me like an hour to try, and because they keep offering you stuff, and then like, oh, now you need to go to the mobile app, and now it's going to take you back to the web app to finish this half of your exit plan. It's like I'm escaping from prison.
Sign here, do this, do that. Why are you leaving?
Oh, it's so insane.
What if we get you here?
Like, what is going on right now?
Yeah. That's been a common tactic by a lot of companies. They're like, we're not going to say we won't let you out, but like, we're going to make it hell.
But we're not gonna let you out without
Hell
a
yeah.
fight.
It's like a Roach Motel. You can check in, you just can never check out. You know,
Sure.
it's good shit.
Trust me, I'm getting checked.
Oh yeah. Yep. Just another, probably the last play, hopefully, where Kamari Ramsey was called for an illegal low block. Was he just blocked into the offensive lineman? Could have been called a blindside block. You tell me. Gets hit.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate one right there.
There was just too many calls like this where it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what's going on here?
I don't even remember what the rest. Oh, it shows it again. Yeah, we got that going on there.
That guy's getting held.
He's getting molested.
Gotta think.
Yeah, just take that flag out your pocket, boss. You already threw it once. Yep. Here's the clip where they break down how USC is Texas from 2 years ago, and it's kind of interesting, and I want to hear your thoughts after it.
This is a really, really young
Shout out
offense.
Colin.
You know what it is?
What?
Texas 2 years ago. That's what USC is right
Ooh,
now.
say that again.
USC is at a point that Sark was 2 years ago. Remember when Sark would always lose those close games? Remember, it's like, oh, they could have beat or should have beat Alabama, but didn't. And why?
Sark.
Well, their
You didn't
offensive
deserve
line
that.
was young.
Sorry.
Remember? And guess what they've got now? All those same offensive linemen, and they're the best team in college football. So let's go back to the talent retention.
Before this goes through, did I ever tell you I was supposed to go to a Coach Sarkisian USC football camp when I was in high school?
Really?
I got a ball for my birthday, and you know why I didn't get to go? Because he got
Why?
fired for drinking too much at SC.
There you go. There you go.
So, that one was kind of a little, always got a little something for him.
It's unfortunate.
Still love him because he's doing things in Texas, but would have loved to have got coached up. Anyways,
USC will be just fine.
Sure.
As long as Lincoln can retain the talent on the line of scrimmage. If he can take these guys that are playing as redshirt freshmen and young players, and if he can take them and continue to grow them, continue to play difficult games, and you know what? Yeah, win some of them, but retain those players, then next year and the year after, guess what? They're the ones that are going to be controlling tempo. They're the ones that are going to be able to control 4-minute offense. They're the ones that will be able to drive down and not have the quarterback under so much pressure, because that's what Texas was. Remember 2 years ago, people in Austin were like, hey man, is Sark really like, are we sure about Sark? And now toast to the town. Texas is the best team in college football. They're undefeated. They should beat Georgia. And why? They developed. And they did so at the line of scrimmage. I think that's the trajectory that USC is on, personally.
So I told a friend of mine, I follow recruiting, last year's recruiting class at USC is the first time I remember they got 3 legitimate big-time D linemen. They're not playing. They're kids. They're in the weight room. So I like where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, yes. Now, with the way the world works now with this transfer portal, you could lose fucking half of them for being ass. So, that's the only thing. Like, if they can keep them all around, and this backup QB's that guy, and in theory, it's right. I mean, Texas went 8-4 2 years ago, and then they went 11-1 and made the playoff, and there you go. Then the following year, and that was because Quinn Ewers decided to stay again. Maybe Miller Moss decides to stay for one more, and then I don't know. But it's like Texas's season didn't fully implode.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They can't lose. They can't go 7-5. I don't know if people will buy into the vision and stick around.
It's a great idea in theory, but if we could execute it, it'll look good.
Yeah.
I never thought Greg was ever going to make his way onto the Pat McAfee show, but they got a new segment. Shout out to the Pat McAfee show. Ask Jage. It's just, I don't know if you saw this week.
I don't think I did. No.
You're about to get enlightened.
Let's go to the next question. Hashtag Ask Jay.
Yeah, answer the third one. So this is the last one, actually, from Greg. If you're at a friend's house and clog the toilet and there's no plunger, what do you do? Hashtag Ask Jay.
This was the teaser. Now, Greg has been asking this question a lot.
Yes, he has.
And nobody will give this guy a fucking answer.
Needs one.
Yeah, I agree.
I will.
Okay, thank you, Jage.
Yeah. You roll up your sleeve and you stick that hand down there and you do what you have to do. Then you wash that shit off. You do what you have to do. You don't leave the toilet clogged at your friend's house. You take care of that shit. You wash your hands thoroughly, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
You dry them off, and then you go back out to that party.
And shake everybody's hand, Greg.
Mhm.
They don't even know what just happened. And if they go up there and dump and clog it, you know what's going to happen? They're going to leave it because they don't have the grit and the jom that you do to get in there and grab your own shit. Okay, Greg? That's what you do out there. You find that fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that.
What else are you going to do? You're just going to leave it?
find a stick.
I'm leaving.
What if you do that and you don't unplug it though, Jade?
Yeah.
Jake's
You're
got some
going to
big
leave
mitts.
the
I don't know if
bathroom,
he's fitting
find
down
a
there.
stick, and come back. What if
You
somebody-
cannot
I don't
unplug it
Find
and be
something in the
covered
back.
poop, brother.
You walk out and you say, "Dude, someone fucking bingo."
I think there's something wrong.
I don't know what the hell happened in there.
Yeah, that's the move.
Yeah, took you 20
Flush
minutes
it
to
twice
see it,
till
man?
it fills up to an inch below, and then walk.
The flood is really a problem.
Yeah.
How many flushes are you doing before you realize there's a real problem?
Oh, 3.
I mean, once that water level
3 might overflow.
so you're flooding the place.
No, I'm not flooding. I mean,
Bad.
you flush it
Bad.
once, you see how high it gets, and you say, "Okay, I got some room to play with here. Let's flush it."
So you're going to try it again?
Yeah, you flush it one more time.
So that one, when it gets high, you're like, don't believe it.
yeah, exactly.
You say need a little bit more weight in the water.
Sometimes you need a little double tap. And
No,
then-
yeah, does it ever work? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
Sometimes you'll get it with the second.
The
I
second
don't
one
think you're going
sometimes works.
three.
I don't know where you're going.
That's
with
risky.
three.
Well, the
That's a
third
scary-
one,
Brother.
that's risky.
2, you're sitting right there. 3, you're in hell,
The
brother.
third one, you
You're
hit the
done.
third one because that's when you walk out and you say, "I had no idea the fucking toilet was clogged."
I thought you had a high level
Yeah, I
toilet.
just went to flush it, and then I guess someone clogged this fucking toilet.
Dude, that's the better question. If you actually overflow it, what do you do? Like, are you just using the towels in there trying to clean it up, or are you?
You start a
what the
fire,
Jump out the window.
burn the house down.
Jump out the window.
Once you see that thing raise at all and you are in a place with no plunger, I mean, I feel like
Heart starts beating.
as a pooper, I am not scared to poop. I'll have away games too. I'm not scared to poop in other places.
Oh yeah.
I have an active bladder. That thing goes. As soon as you see that thing raise and they don't have a plunger, kind of on them. Okay.
Absolutely.
Kind of on them.
No doubt.
But also, we don't need to try that again. You're at somebody else's house, and you guys are double flushing.
We gotta normalize plungers in bathrooms if you're having people.
Should
over.
be.
You have
Mandatory.
like it's just rude.
You only need one of these,
Yeah. Don't use a bunch of.
and you need a plunger. Okay. And
But the strategy as the shitter at somebody else's house, you go, you flush, you wipe, you flush. You have to do it in like you can't risk.
And
doing
you're
that.
flushing as that thing is midair. So that thing there's no air time for that
This is
poop.
the slide.
Yeah, you got to time that up. There's no time for that thing to sit and
Yeah.
hang. Because what's hanging is all the shit.
Or you got to DoorDash a plunger. Honestly,
Yeah.
You can stay in there,
that's
lock
no.
yourself
We should
in,
make
DoorDash
emergency
a plunger.
wallets.
No.
That's the move, AJ. I'm with you.
There's like an auger you can get on
I'd do it.
Amazon for like $14. Plungers fucking stink. If you're dropping a big time shit, which, like I've been in this situation plenty of times. Guess what? Plunger ain't doing fucking anything.
I don't know.
You
Oh,
got
you got to have good time.
Yeah,
no,
got
you get one of these augers. I'm telling you, you fucking stick that right down there. And
Like
you
a
got,
snake?
Yeah,
Like a
exactly.
snake. Yeah,
you're,
snake.
you're basically like
What
plumber.
kind of bricks are you dropping, bro?
Ty has a.
Yeah, no idea.
Ty's going
got
back
some
to
issues.
black.
Yeah, big time, big time. We're talking massive logs.
Anyways, thank you for clearing that all up. That was hashtag Ash J. Good work, Connor. That was really good.
There you go.
I think the best part is Ty. I've been in this situation many times.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next
didn't-
question. Hashtag Ash.
I ain't doing shit. Okay, you need this auger. Okay, buy it $15 on Amazon, and you get the fuck in there. You fucking take care. I mean, I think it should be normalized too. I always leave a plunger in my bathroom because guess what? If people are dropping some big douches, okay, just take care of it. All right.
Yeah. Figure
And
it
if
out.
worse comes to worse, let me know. Because sometimes you know how some people you could think it's clogged, but the water's slowly gone down, so it doesn't look like it. So it's like, okay, we're
Yeah.
clear. And then the owner comes back in, or after your party, you go to use a bathroom, you take a piss, and it just starts filling up different. You're like,
Yeah.
oh no. Man, it's a tough situation. Sometimes you just got to be honest with your boys and be, hey, look, I might have had a lot of coffee, a lot of pasta, some meatballs and stuff, and look, we're dealing with a fucking monster in there. All right.
Yeah.
Saber toss log.
Need some help.
Look, if you ain't got a plunger, we might want to buy one. Maybe we look up some hack videos. Look, let me help you. And throughout that conversation, they also brought up the old upper decker.
Oh yeah.
How that started. That one's pretty dastardly. Clogging the toilet's one thing, but if you drop an upper decker at my place, you better count your fucking days, son.
Facts.
You better count your fucking days. And if you don't think I'm doing it at your place, upper decker for upper decker. Okay, not an upper decky. Okay, this might be the craziest fantasy football behavior I've seen in a bit here, and I've seen some. Well, we saw some questionable things last year, which we still don't. Still some of it's allegedly, and we kind of got some answers, but did we really?
No.
This is
Not the
like
answers
those
we
cold
wanted.
cases. We'll never find out.
Never get solved.
See what these sons of bitches are up to.
All right, fantasy cops, here we are, pulling you over and taking a look at your league disputes. What he did was he picked up every single Bills or Jets running back that could possibly be rostered on Monday night and dropped them all immediately to put them back on waivers. Would you penalize someone for adding and dropping every available replacement for James Cook ahead of Monday Night Football so their opponent has no options? The manager that did it ended up winning by 4 fantasy points.
So what I would probably do is one of two things, just because this is such a horrible thing to do. They get the option of picking up the player that they would have gotten and get those points, and they get the win. Or Fire Billy Napier gets their roster frozen for a week and they can't make any ad drops.
It's horrible etiquette. You would hate for that to happen to you if this was in your league, which is why the commissioner should have stepped in and said, you can have any player you want who's been added or dropped. Don't worry about waivers. Just let me know who you want before the game starts. I'll give them to you. You don't have to worry about this other manager. There is no waiting process for you. And then the other manager deserves a scolding. And if he does anything like this again, he's out of the league. Period. End of story. And no.
I'm gonna tell you one thing here. If that fat fuck tries to scold me on what I can and can't do with my team, we got problems.
I mean, this is a rogue ass thing to do. Honestly, I've never even thought of this.
But it's also, like a little adversity. Like, what if you just put a better team together and you didn't have to rely on a Monday night win? What if your squad actually took care of business? I don't think we can do it in our league. We've seen you can't.
But I think it just depends if it's like a last second
yeah,
or
somebody
my
gets
guy
injured,
might be hurt and I don't know yet, and you picked up every single other running back and then dropped them so that the waiver pickup is 2 days after the game. It's fucking crazy.
But why not pick up the guys that they dropped? Because they probably dropped some decent players. I'd be like, all right, fuck you. I'll lose this week, but I'll pick up your best player that you dropped or something.
Well, no, what he did was he went in order. So he had a guy he probably didn't want on his team, probably a receiver, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Dropped him for the running back.
Mm-hmm.
Then dropped the running back for the other running back.
Oh, I see.
Went
running
back
for
the other running back. Then dropped the other running back for the other. So he dropped them all so that if you went to get them, the waiver would be on Tuesday, and you'd be fucked, and you wouldn't get them on your roster till after the game's already over.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the ultimate
It's the ultimate scumbag move.
Yeah, it's the ultimate scumbag move. It's not it definitely would be frowned upon. Not illegal, but definitely frowned upon.
But kind of a fuck you. You're getting an upper decker done at your house. That's kind of what happens. I mean, but I'm not having a fat fuck tell me what I can and can't do. That's just look. Those are just words I live by. Okay.
Sure.
If you can't stand up and see your Johnson, okay, then what are we doing here? That's words I live by. I also live by don't trust a dude in a tunic. So
there you go.
I think it's pretty good stuff. Oh shit. All right, move on to the next one. Why does he look like a bootleg Dave Ramsey? He's about to tell me I need to cut my credit cards and focus on my savings account and sell my car and
all of the above.
Dave Ramsey, I don't know if you've taken his course. I did. It's pretty good.
I've never done it before.
Pretty good. Well, I was kind of forced to. It was at my church.
Oh, okay.
It was really weird. We were going to Sunday service and then they took us to a chapel and then we're just kind of sitting there drinking your coffee and this guy's telling you about finances and what you're supposed to do. And you got a booklet and they're like, you're in this program. I'm like, all right, 7 fucking weeks. Sure. You need to cut your debit card. I'm like, not doing that. You cut your credit card. Don't got one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're in a good spot. I said, yep.
All right. Thank you.
You sure you don't want to cut that debit card? I said, yep. Took me about 5 weeks to get a new one.
Yep.
Not doing it again.
Keep this for now.
Yep. You don't know how F&A credit union works, man. You got to go through a bunch of different loopholes to get a new shit. I don't need to do this. Shout out Dave Ramsey. Good fella. We got our response from Jage. Let's get our response from Stephen A. Smith on how this whole situation should go for old Greggy boy. Greg, I respect it. Greg is trying. You know, Greg's getting some answers here. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith's show for just getting in the
Answering
depths
anything,
of
yeah.
X.
At Greg 1-667-693-5420. Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
If you're at a friend's house and clog the toilet and there's no plunger, what do you do? Very, very simple. You close the toilet bowl. You call your friend and say, your damn toilet's clogged. I'm very, very sorry that I got some shit up in there, but you didn't tell me your toilet was going to clog. Do you have a plunger? If not, I suggest you go get one because I didn't know I was going to clog the damn thing. I didn't know your toilet was going to work. My bad. But that's what happened. Okay? You ain't got no choice. What if you sit up there and just leave and then they come into their house and they see you clog their toilet and you never told them? That's very rude. That's very rude and it's very nasty. And you don't want to be responsible for something like that.
I'm just thinking about it. What's your reaction if you walk into your apartment? It's been a long day and you just go to the bathroom and you see someone?
He's so checked. Beyond checked.
Are you going to figure out some investigation? Like, let's say you had all the boys there. Are
Oh,
we
yeah.
going hunting and figuring out?
I'm going to find out.
I can see it now, just in the group chat, a picture of the toilet. Who fucking did it? Who's the dirty bastard who dropped one? Okay, who dropped Hiroshima in my fucking toilet?
Yeah.
All right. But what's worse? You get a phone call. Hey, I clogged your fucking toilet. So what? Like, here's where we're at. I think that's a more awkward conversation than just figuring out how to fix it, or like Jay, or what AJ said. Maybe DoorDash a toilet plunger. I'm sure someone would do it.
Sure.
So I would tell you that. All right. Okay. But that's it. That's where I'm going with that. At Greg once.
So Stephen A. Smith is more of the, let's compromise this thing. JJ is more of, hey, let's take care of this ourselves.
Yeah.
And then Ty is more so, I have a bad stomach, so I know that this is happening. So in my backpack, I carry a $15 auger.
Yep.
That I just grind
just in
shit.
case, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you go, you pack on a trip, you pack 2 extra pairs of underwear for 2 extra days just in case.
Sure.
You shit your pants.
You never know what's going to happen there.
Can't get caught without it. But then there's always, worst comes to worst is tried and true. Obviously not the pair that you shit in, but, throw them things out. But you can wear them things inside out. Now we got a second pair for the other day.
There you go.
Words to live by. I don't know where Kirk came up with this, but anytime Kirk's
My
going
teammate
at
used
it,
to say, walk into your trap, take over your trap, was the line he would say. And so that's kind of what it is. You go into someone else's stadium and you try to assert yourself. That's what everybody's trying to do when they go on the road. It's hard to do, but that's certainly the goal.
Kirk went from like I shop at Kohl's to
he's full ATL.
Yeah, you don't know.
He's full Atlanta now. They got him.
They got him. Do you think he's got some of that sprinkle in there? A little hood tendencies coming his way. What if he just pulls up with a gold grill?
That would be crazy.
It says Kirko.
That would be insane.
Then he'd be full ATL right there. I'd be like, you know what, Kirk, you might win the Super Bowl, brother. Oh, this is crazy. I mean, this is being prepared, but like in a tough spot, Get some cake.
Screw the bar. Who wants to be an attorney?
Oh, how much money did she spend on these fucking cookies? They don't look cheap. What are we doing with the other one?
Sorry. Here.
Congrats. You're so lame.
I'm gonna tell you, buddy. Based on the house you got there, you better pass that fucking bar.
Yeah, I feel like he did. He's had to have.
I mean, just the look.
He's got it all. He's got it figured out. I think.
Got the little scumbag book bag. You know what I mean? Like not a suitcase fully, but not a like a satchel. Yeah. Just the kind of one that, like in Fun and Dick and Jane, we smacking people in the face with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got that look. You got some weird ass art on the wall. Some sconce that should be, I think, outside your house, that everyone has on their little light post.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like a Brad or a Brian for sure.
I could see a Brian, definitely.
Did he say no, Mr. Attorney? Okay, so we don't even get Congrats on passing, buddy. No tie, son of a bitch. I think this is.
Hey, Coach.
Oh yeah, we got to get into more of the 12-man intentional, 12-man on the field penalty.
Dan Lanning's
Really
a
good
great coach.
coach.
He had the 12 men on the field in the moment. I don't know about you, Big Cat, but I saw that and I was like, that's the Buddy Ryan Polish goal line defense. Intentionally put 12 guys out there,
But kind of stupid.
And then people said, no, it's not. That was a mistake by the defense. Then Lanning kind of confirmed that they did it on purpose. Yeah. And now the NCAA is looking into punishing Oregon for doing that.
Which would be crazy.
There already is a punishment for it. It's called having too many men on the field.
5 yards.
And that's what's in the rule book. If you want to, I feel like if you
How you
want
gonna
to punish
them
them
after
more,
the game?
you have to change the rule before the next season starts and don't like punish them for breaking a rule intentionally.
No.
It was your rule.
So Dan Lanning coached a great game. He's got insane talent in Oregon. He's an awesome coach. Like he's one of those coaches, if you watch, like this guy was born to coach college football at a high level. I weirdly think that 12 men, which was intentional because they took a timeout right before to assume in a big moment that he doesn't have control of like who's on the field. But weirdly, unlike Buddy Ryan, where the whole point of the Polish defense with Buddy Ryan is it's a goal line situation. So every time you get a penalty, you're never going to get into the goal line or into the touchdown end zone with a penalty. So you just go like an inch. If Will Howard had looked up and done quick mental math and spiked that ball, it would have backfired.
Yeah.
Because that would have been the play.
Or if he had slipped.
I mean, honestly, he just needed to not take an extra 5 yards and slide. Like if he just slides and the clock stops because they have to reset the chain and you spike it, like
yeah.
Or they had a timeout. You didn't have to spike it.
Yeah.
That's what didn't make sense to me was he slid and then like they're like, oh, there's no time left. I'm like, if you know that there are 2 seconds left and you run and slide and you call timeout, like game's over. I did see, I don't know how true it is, but they said that the NCAA is working on fixing that, like adjusting that rule.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's that going to help Ohio State? They got the loss.
Yeah, I mean, no one will do it again, I guess. It has never really happened before, so.
It's a crazy scumbag way to win, honestly, but I respect it. You know what I respect too? Oregon finally won with a kicker.
I know. They made it happen.
They've been final for years, and the one spot we've said is old Maldonado just don't quite have it.
Yeah.
And they'd lose a game by a field goal, and you're like, damn. Hate to see it. This guy's doing 5 sets of where we dropping.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like that we got all the.
Yeah, we got everything
here. You know,
I don't know what happened there.
Can we let the rest of the class use some things? You know, I'm sure we don't need every dumbbell in the entire vicinity. Like 3 plates,
sure,
curl bar, and then a baseball mitt, a Rawlings baseball mitt. Not sure why we got that, but you know, hey, good stuff. Do 5 more sets. Oh, Jim Harbaugh. You never know what you're going to get from Jimmy, but you know it's funny.
Yeah, good news. Just talked to the cardiologist before I came in here. Got some test results back. The heart of an athlete is a direct quote from my cardiologist. So
nice.
That made me feel good. And he said stress test was really good too. I think he used the word incredible. I think he did. That my stamina was incredible, and heart got stronger as it was more stressed. So, and yeah, back in rhythm. Hopefully that that sticks. We'll got the monitor on. So good news. I took that as a compliment. Blue Twisted Steel. Yeah.
This guy's a maniac, dude.
Press conference, bro.
This guy's an absolute maniac.
Hey, he's comedy. I'll tell you that. He said I got the heart of an athlete, and my heart got stronger the more I put it under pressure. He was talking out his ass when he said, "Yeah, my heart went up to 350 beats per minute." Like, nope, you would die. Your heart would just go, "Yep," and we're done. Yep, Kawhi Leonard out. Expect to be sidelined for an indefinite period of time. I mean, and it's a shame because that's right when we're getting into the opening up the new arena with all the toilets.
Yeah.
Did you see he actually Steve Ballmer actually took a crew through the new stadium, and
really?
One of the spots that they went through was all the toilets.
And
he said why he has it. Well, the thing is, you want people use the toilet and go back to their seat, or use the toilet and get out of the game. So we want to make
Yeah.
things more efficient for people, so we put a
Sure.
bunch of toilets.
Oh yeah.
Dude, but if you get a toilet clogged or sewage leak, it's a lot of pipes. Honestly, kind of want to get these. Don't think they're gonna be good, but getting
No.
faded off the Kirk with
They
the
can't be
fellas
good.
later. If one of my boys says, "Let me get a little Kirko from the top shelf," I mean, I might be game to dabble. Little Kirko chains for you.
Let me Google this.
Little Kirk play action.
Kirkland light beer.
Kirk over the top.
Oh, I don't think. Wait, maybe it's still in. This is why Costco's Kirkland brand light beer completely failed. Oh shit.
Oh, the Kirko didn't last. 48 cans. I mean, that's not bad value.
This is easily the worst beer ever created. I was a poor college student and still wouldn't drink it when a cheap roommate would offer it to me for free. Jesus. Not
So
good.
Kirko's not getting it done. So this is Kirk. No, this is Kirk.
It was $22 for 48.
I mean, if you break that down, I'm not
4.2%.
saying you're getting quality here.
It's 2 out of 5 stars. Beer was discontinued in 2018.
But
It tastes like battery acid.
I mean, it's 45 cents per beer, like 46, like fucking.
Quotes were
it was
water,
great.
not beer. It is a shame they even put the word beer on the can. Very bad beer. Tastes like
Wait,
battery acid.
Can you share
One
it? We
reviewer
need to-
says it smells like. Yeah, I'll share.
Yeah, we gotta see these reviews here.
This
What
is just
is
an
happening?
article. It's not like straight reviews.
Oh, I thought it was just like.
It's like quotes
reviews
from this
about
article. Smells like a urine-soaked diaper sitting on a piping hot radiator.
Rate beer.
There you go.
1.97 out of 5. Wow. So
Where is it now?
Kirk ain't doing it for him.
Yeah, there's nothing. They don't have it anymore. Damn, RIP.
Hey, much peace to the dream, man. Sorry, Kirk. You did your best, man.
Facts.
You did your damnedest, Kirk. You did your damnedest, son. All right, well, you're giving me no Kirko from the top shelf, unfortunately. This is just not. I mean, some things write themselves.
Jeez.
It's a good look. Did you hear South
Share
Park
it there.
killed off Kenny?
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know they were still making episodes, honestly.
Oh, they're still running. They still got their fastball.
Yeah, they're going strong still.
They said they were taking a break for the presidential election. They said, we've said everything. I mean, what more do you want us to say? We're just going to take a breather. It's fair. Mookie got balled out of nowhere. It's kind of concerning. That's all right. Yeah, this is pretty good, though. Extremely irresponsible for Austin to be hosting an F1 race while Georgia football players are in town. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Grimy, I think so. That's just poor planning. Yeah, you're right on the money. You're asking the questions that really matter. I respect that. I baby Grimy.
Almost getting arrested.
Boy, these don't make me feel better about the team. Okay. I made my pick before I saw these things.
Oh, what the hell?
But apparently, we're throwing a 1920s throwback uniform. So my pick might just be chalked off of this.
Yikes. That ain't it. That's all I'll say.
I mean, why? Who saw pictures of the old leather uniforms and said, you know what?
I got an idea.
What if we just had a helmet that looks like it's leather, but it's not,
Sure.
And what if we have tan pants, but not shit tan, but kind of shit, questionable. That could work. And then we have the shit run up to the jersey, you see.
Okay.
Now we're cooking.
Now we are in business.
Honestly, if they win with these uniforms, I might pick them to go to the playoffs. Because if you can win with these, win anything. Swagger's not at an all-time high here, and that's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Had a baby Brett. I was hoping it was fake. I was really hoping they were like, oh, nope, that's not right.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. This guy's just one of the boys, you know.
You drunk?
I'm drunk. Yeah, I'm drunk.
You drunk?
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to get drunk today, but I am.
Yep.
I wasn't supposed to get drunk today.
Fuck it.
I told myself I wasn't going to get drunk today, but here I am.
Oops.
Drunk again.
I heard that.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
What are you going to do, Mike?
You drunk?
I'm drunk.
What are you gonna do, man? That's how it goes.
I told myself I wasn't, but
Sometimes you can't avoid it.
Here we are. You know, I was playing like shit. They said
Back
maybe
again.
a shot will help. It didn't. Sure, I look like Bernie Sanders, but you know, somebody had to. Yeah. I bet Mike. This is pretty... This meme just made itself, man. I don't know if you listened to this interview.
No, I didn't.
Engaging. She goes batshit crazy. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
And this guy just keeps he's just
staring.
It's just
looking like a freak.
Yeah, I saw someone put this together and said when your wife gets pissed at you for something you did in her dream, and he's just mm-hmm. Yep. You probably had those conversations, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you? Well, you didn't see what you did in my dream last night. No, I didn't.
Like, well, no, that doesn't exist. So.
And what the fuck were you thinking during that? Honestly, probably nothing. Nothing good. Antonio Brown gave a good little recap of the.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Now, have you ever,
Classic.
when watching Billy Madison, just read what's on the back of these things?
Yeah. Some crazy shit.
I was just sleeping around. My wife, the tramp. I married.
Oh yeah, there's some crazy stuff on there.
I mean, Adam Sandler movies really deliver, you know.
every
And people
time.
say they're not deep. Okay, well, while I'm laughing my ass off at the response, after a couple of times watching, I said, "Wait, let me read what's on that board." And I said, "They're putting bullshit down, you know, probably nothing."
Sure.
No, they're putting good things down. Yeah, this is pretty much just a recap of the interview with Kamala Harris. You would die. Batshit crazy is what they're saying. Yeah, this boy is proud as fuck for doing his job. He might have hit some of that stuff, to be honest.
Probably.
Colombian Bam Bam. I've never
Good
seen a
dog
boy
right
more
there.
proud. Like, he is
That's
so
a good
proud.
dog.
Oh, it's a good dog. It's a good dog right there.
Good dog right there.
He is so pleased. Like, he's smiling, like, just.
He's cheesing.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
He might have got a contact eye sniffing it, but, you know, we love him for it. He's got to get a burger after that, right?
Get the man something.
Steak or something, you know? Beef broth with it. I don't know. It's a good boy. Oh,
Sweet
this is
boy.
okay.
Sweet boy.
Oh, it's satire.
Oh,
That's
no.
fair. That's all right. I'm glad it's satire because if it was actually real, there'd be problems.
Did you put cucumbers in this? You know I'm allergic to cucumbers.
Maybe. You threw away my rose toy.
I took several bites of this. If there are cucumbers in this, I need to know. Are you for real right now? Because I can smell it. I can taste them. You know I'm allergic to cucumbers.
You shouldn't have thrown away my rose toy.
Where's my EpiPen? I know I have one. I did not throw away nothing.
I think you did.
No, I didn't. Where's the proof? I did not throw it away. Where's my EpiPen? I had it in here. I
Might
had
have
one.
took it out.
I had one a very long time ago. What do you mean you might have took it out?
You shouldn't have threw away my rose toy.
I did not. I can feel my throat closing up.
You better go to the hospital.
I can feel my throat closing up.
Buy me a new one on the way.
Where is it? Where is it? I need it. Please, this is not funny. This is not funny.
You'll think twice before you throw something away that's not yours.
I didn't throw anything away. Did you really put cucumbers in this?
Do you see cucumbers in it?
I don't see cucumbers in it. I wouldn't have ate it if I seen cucumbers in it.
This is one of those situations where when you hear that the guy beat the shit out of somebody, we need to hear both sides. Is all I'm saying.
What happened?
Because if you show up to the scene and they're like, "What happened?" Well, I'm allergic to cucumbers. She
Sure.
gave me a salad with cucumbers because
Sure.
she thinks I threw away her rose toy, which I didn't. And then to
Would never
add
do
on
that.
top of that, she took my EpiPen, so I can't make sure I don't, die.
Correct.
Then you kind of start to see, okay, maybe that warranted, the Ray Rice treatment. I don't know.
Never know.
Glad it's satire because it's just not right. Yeah, I'm not advocating for just going around beating people, but
Never would.
But if you're stopping me from surviving and you're poisoning me, like,
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe you do need to get a little bit, let the pause go a little bit. Like we saw them girls do last night. Got them hands going.
Yeah,
Just got to keep
facts.
everything tighter.
Get 'em- yeah,
None of that
tight jab.
windmill, none of that. That KSI treatment.
Yeah.
I mean, he did win a fight with it, so maybe it does work. It's my. Look, I blame my algorithm. Okay, did I think it's funny? You damn right I did.
All right.
Thank you. It's just poop. It's peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It's just peanut butter.
Boy was ready to throw up everywhere.
He's fighting it too. What I
He's
don't
fighting it
understand
hard.
is he's got the water running, but he doesn't have his wrist under it to get it cleaned up. So he has the water running. He's acting like he's gonna throw it, but he looks back at his wrist and is surprised that the peanut butter's still there.
Yeah.
Or in this case, the shit.
Sure.
Why wouldn't we just grab some more TP and use that? But yeah, I blame the algorithm. Okay, it knows I like it, but at the same time, maybe it should be a little better. Okay, because I'm an idiot. I'm a Stitch. I'm gonna find a lot of things funny.
Sure.
Sometimes need the thing kind of keep me in guidance. I think it was funny. Did you think it was funny?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. Well, there we go. If you'd told me, no, not going to happen, then all right, fair.
Yeah.
Sure. Not hitting on all cylinders. I haven't watched this video all the way through. It just looked pretty stupid, so I said, yep.
3, 2, 1, start! Money, pepperoni, veg head. Oh, I like the word prothers. Oh, shit. It's pink color, I think. Oh, nice. A natural color, the clean color, not. Oh, Gaffy pepperoni. Oh,
I did too.
Oh, good shot. Oh, good. I lost my mind. Oh, not shirt color.
Skip now.
Oh, this is called luck. This is called luck. Luck is called this. This is called luck.
Get a ball sack on your face, basically.
Oh.
There it goes.
3, 2.
Gotta love a little Indian horseplay.
That's like the epitome of he's probably out cheating on me with the boys.
Yeah, it's literally just doing nothing.
Nothing productive, but also
At
nothing
all.
harmful. Just good things. Maybe not good things. Okay. I thought I listened to this while I was taking a shit. I think this is as close to Trump on Saturday Night Live at an actual event. He was at the Al Smith dinner in New York. They also had Jim Gaffigan there, which was super funny too. But he's got some zingers.
I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Walz. Well, I'd better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas. There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White Dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White Dudes for Harris doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. The major issue in this race is childcare, and Kamala has put forward a concept, a plan. A lot of people don't like it. The only piece of advice I would have for her in the event that she wins would be not to let her husband, Doug, anywhere near the nannies. Just keep them away. That's a nasty one. Chuck Schumer is here looking very glum. Doesn't he look glum? He looks glum. But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become. If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president.
Damn, my bad, Chuck.
Chuck looks like the evil butler from Haunted Mansion.
He looks like he's up to no good.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna just say I feel like that man's definitely sold his soul. He's done a couple things. Like
He's
the
done
look
something.
he has, like he looks like the evil villain in every single show you ever watch. He's just plotting. He might be Doofenshmirtz like
Plotting on
cousin.
someone's demise.
Absolutely. I think these are absolute zingers. Out of baby Trump. Out of fucking baby.
Good shit.
Step up to the plate. Jim Gaffigan continued all that. It was great. I didn't know like a dinner like this was gonna be a roast. If I'd known that, I'd want to
Yeah.
go to these things. But you know,
Facts.
I didn't know they were kind of fun. I was trying to get the vision of this. Imagine drinking cold beer out of one of these bad boys. I don't know, because like when you get to the bottom, then you're like scrambling.
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of squeezing it as hard as you can. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm not sure. I don't think I would like it.
Nah, it was just something about the Gatorade. Like
Yeah, it just hits.
you just felt like him.
It never doesn't hit.
No, it really doesn't. All right, what do we got here? Oh yeah, this is a tough look, but I get it. Several modern day coaches told OC Register that USC has visited just once since spring. Same at St. John Bosco. Lincoln Riley said recruiting California kids is quote priority number one. Data says USC is increasingly looking and finding success to the south. Yeah, all the good defensive linemen and offensive linemen are coming from the South right now in the SEC and Texas and pretty much those things.
Yeah, I mean, just because like,
and it's in your
honestly,
backyard. They're like a pipeline. Why would I have to visit constantly?
And it's getting it's getting a little more spread out in Southern California, where it's not just Mater Dei and Bosco. Like Mission Viejo is arguably better than Bosco this year.
I'd say so.
Mater Dei is still good, but it's like it's not confirmed that if you go to that school, you're just automatically godlike. Like there's guys from everywhere, man. You gotta find them.
Man. So I looked at this and I was like, I'll throw it in there because it gives us a discussion. But at the same point, like I'm not gonna throw it at Coach. Like, yeah, I've seen some of the skilled positions in California. I probably don't just want exclusively California players. If I can get like some good fast guy from like Florida or like a big defensive tackle from like Georgia, yeah. And you kind of want to go where these big teams are going. Where's Georgia focused on recruiting? In the SEC area. Where did we have success when we had Coach Orgeron? In the SEC area. Where did we dominate in the trenches from? The SEC area. And the Mooses.
There you
You
go.
get some more ooses. I mean, what are we doing? Now, did you also see people are throwing rumors out there? And I think they're trying to make this happen. There are people saying, what would we do if Cam Ward, or not Cam Ward, who's the quarterback for Utah? That son of it, Cam Rising. That's a different Cam. Transfer to SC. I don't think I like it.
There's no way he does.
I wouldn't like it.
Who's saying that?
You're just going about the Twitter news, okay?
Not better than Miller Moss.
That's what I'm saying. And
At
he's a
least,
piece
I
of
mean, not
shit.
better, not way better to where like
Yeah, you're willing
he'll
for
just get hurt. Like he's just gonna. His history is getting injured. Like
he needs to just get a job. Okay,
Yeah.
it's over. You got your LinkedIn. Let's start, putting that banner,
Start dialing it in.
open to work.
Sure.
Let's get it going. Honestly, if Miller Moss wants to stay another year, I'd stick with him. I like the kid behind him, so if he doesn't, we're in good hands. But I'd rather take 2 years of Miller, let the other one develop, and kind of see where these things go if we can keep this team together, because they're really good. We've seen them against LSU, and we saw them against Penn State, and when they play to their full potential, they can beat anyone in the country.
Most definitely.
Now, when they troll at the end, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Then they look like the worst.
Yeah.
And they just piss me off.
I just got pissed off again thinking about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh boy, man, I'm highly confident that was decaf coffee, but
Oh yeah.
oof,
It didn't help. It didn't do you any favors.
no, it didn't. But it did help the dessert though. When you're eating that cake and you got a little coffee flavor,
Yeah.
It's nice. Just let you know everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little reminder. Sweating my balls off sitting at the table. Fucking 85
No,
degrees
for
in the
real.
sun. And I ain't got an undershirt because I'm mama didn't raise no bitch.
Facts.
So I'm just sitting in a sauna suit
Oh
basically.
yeah, you're sweating.
You know what?
Sweating bullets.
But you know what I tell myself? I'm built for the A gap.
Sure.
Built for middle field.
That's what you do.
Well, Compton.
That's what you're about. That A gap.
Well, prefer not.
Oh shit. Never mind.
Run the ball up the middle, get fucking closed like that.
Get passed on.
Yeah, it's not great. Alrighty. I think that's all we got. We got anything?
Alrighty, folks.
Double check your coffee, and if you're somebody who has the decaf and the regular coffee, could you just keep them in 2 separate spots?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I don't know if you've seen on the coffee pods, it's just a little text. It's like that big. It just says decaf in white.
Sure.
So it's hard to everyone's got things to do. So you boom, pop that thing in the container, drop the lid, hit the button. Here we go, coffee. We got to keep these things separated, okay? We need to bring back some things, maybe some different rules. Put these boys in the corners.
Sure.
Let's follow like Michael Strahan's teeth, and let's have each side take our points here. Have a gap in the middle.
There you go.
Put the coffee maker in the middle. Grab one from one side.
Boom, boom.
Can't mix them up.
No.
Otherwise, you get a situation like this where Stooge is just like, yeah,
Yeah, stooge down.
not working. Yep, not working.
Stooge down.
Stooge down. Shit. All right. Well, that's all I got for you, folks.
All right, people.
See ya.
We hate Covino.
Yep, can't stand him.